Hello, my name is Muhammed Karolan, and this is my weekly presentation for media literacy lesson. So what I'm gonna cover this week is why study media literacy, my media consumption, reflection on media consumption, key concepts of media literacy, and class media trends. So let's begin. Why study media literacy? Its main concept, this main cause is media is everywhere. Everywhere we can see is actually media on mobile phones, in social media, on our computers, internet, televisions, newspapers, magazines. So everything we can think of is actually part of the media. So we need to understand and be literate about media. We need to be conscious about what we consume. We should not jump into everything we saw on news, on television. So we need to be critical thinking. So let's skip to my media consumption. I mostly use my phone on media consumption and surf on internet, read news sometimes. So I actively use media in I'm not actually that critical thinking about media. I need to improve myself on that topic. So let's skip to next part, reflection on media consumption on my friends. My friends are a bit better than me about critical thinking, but they nearly spend the same hour as me on media consumption. So our main topic is the key concepts of media literacy this week. So there is five main concepts on media literacy, five main key concepts on media literacy. The first one is media messages are constructed. So media messages are created and they are not organic. They are not completely true. Um, they were built by someone else, by a person, and they aim to influence multiple, influence many people. Um, so media text can be deconstructed to understand their working and intentions. And this concept encourages critical thinking about media and recognizing its complexity and underlying drives. The second key point is media messages use a creative language with its own rules. What do you mean? What do I mean by that? Language with its own rules. Understanding media messages requires understanding the unique language they use, which include not only words, but also images, sounds. Like when we see a movie, there are backgrounds, musics, and costumes, and actors' performances, editing. Um, Without the dialogues, they can give us a message. That's what I mean by using creative language with its own rules. So there is the third key point. People experience the same media messages differently. Interception of media messages varies based on individual factors such as prior exposure, knowledge, and personal experiences. For instance, one person can view a reality show different from another because they might know the actor from previous uh, series or movies. They could be watched the other episodes of the series reality show, and they might know what it means, what this content uh, tell them, and they can also influence how one perceives media content. So our fourth key point is media have embedded values and points of view. This means all media carry inherent values and perspective. Bias can be overt, like newspapers supporting political parties, or subtle. Critical questions to ask include: what is highlighted or deemed important? What is considered just right and true? What is represented or omitted? What assumptions are made? We need to be careful about these questions. So our last key concept is media are often organized for profit or power. So movies and TV shows require significant budgets and need to recoup cost often through advertising. And some media, like certain newspapers, might not be profitable but are subsidized due to their political influence or other benefits. Billionaires sometimes support newspapers as a public service, enhancing their powers rather than profit. The Australian newspaper, despite not being profitable between 2008 and 2017, there's a huge year differences, maintained value for its owners through its influential role in media. So these were the key concepts of media, 5 key concepts of media. So let's continue to class media trends. What device did you spend the most amount of time on? The question I was asked by Mooc. So I generally use my mobile phone on surfing on internet, sometimes my computer, but I generally use my phone on surf and my computer on playing video games or things like this. And how many hours do I uh, spend on media? I generally spend not two, 3 or 4 hours on media, using social media mostly. And that's my summary. I talked about why study media literacy, why my media consumption, reflection on media consumption, key concepts of media literacy, class media trends. So thank you for listening, and that's all for the week.